All right, y'all. Welcome back to the show. We are live streaming on Rumble, Twitter, X, YouTube Live, and I got a good friend of mine returning back to the show for like the third or fourth time. My boy Deezy. And Deezy, what perfect timing! I mean, Bitcoin's pumping, Ethereum pumping. I don't know about you, my phone's blowing up, but what's happening,
Yeah,
Deezy?
we got a little pump and then a little dump. Everyone's feeling excited. Got super close to 38K, and just reminds me of those bear market vibes. Those bull market vibes of 2021. It just giving me that taste of what we can expect in the next 12 to 18 months.
That's kind of, and guys, coincidence that Deezy's on when crypto's pumping? I think not. Now, remember, guys, this is a live AMA, so anybody join the show, type your questions in the chat. I just ask that y'all be respectful to my boy Deezy, and we can have some fun with this. But Deezy, you brought up 2021 vibes. I don't know if you remember this, but in 2021, we were at the crypto conference in Nashville, and I don't know if you remember, you perfectly called the top. Like, you told my audience, you guys can go see the video on my channel. You pretty much perfectly called the top. How are you feeling about that prediction? And do you have any predictions going forward?
Well, I did, and it wasn't like I was just Nostradamus, or I'm like looking at all these lines, or the math meme. I'm like doing trigonometry in my head. I really am just a 4-year cycle guy, and the 4-year cycle is really closer to 3 years and 10 months. And so I was just using that as my template. And December 2017 kind of led me to October, November 2021, and it certainly played out perfectly. And then also using the same metric, I called the November 2022 bottom. I should probably go ahead and pin that tweet, because now that we're about a year away, I'll look, and I'll look to see what the year anniversary. I'll go ahead and pin it on the year anniversary, and it ended up being the bottom. It was the $15,500, and so I'm using the same template again, and I'm coming in a little bit later than a lot of my peers. I think we have this bias to want the top to happen sooner than it's really going to happen. And if you go with the 3-year, 10-month/4-year cycle, it's given us like a September, October 2025. That's kind of a long way from now, but that's kind of good news too, because it maybe gives you more time to accumulate, not at the great multiples that you're going to get 12 months ago, but there's still going to be some undervalued gems out there. There's going to be a pullback before the halving. I think, I don't know if we go up to 42 and pull back to 25, or maybe go up to 50 and go down to 28. I do think there will be a pullback. I think there'll be a cheaper opportunity to jump back in. So using that prediction, I do have another prediction. September. No, let me rephrase. October 16th, $96,000. Oh my God. If we can go back, then this ends up being prescient. This is November 9th, 2023, and I'm calling October 16th, $96,000 Bitcoin 2025.
I'm writing it down right now, man. I'm making a note of that. And if you do it, man, if that happens, we're going to buy some lottery tickets. Now, Deezy, you're the host of Around the Blockchain, man. One thing, a lot of my friends aren't too into crypto. They kind of like fly by, they got a little crypto. One week they think it's a scam. The next week they're asking me what tokens to buy, normally when it's pumping. But so you're the host around the blockchain. What's your friend circle like? Like, is your friends kind of in it? Not crypto friends, but people in real life, are they kind of in it? Do they see all of this as a fugazi? What's kind of their temperature on it?
Well, I moved out to Atlanta, and so my social life is really closely aligned with my work life. And so all these people here, we do eat, sleep, breathe crypto. I wake up, surged up in the middle. I pop up like a vampire and I scream, Bitcoin. Freaks my fiance out sometimes, but no.
Congrats on that. I forgot, man. Congrats on.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. So I'll just speak to her specifically. She is not into crypto. I'm slowly, I think, maybe planting seeds here and there, but she's really, I think when Bitcoin, maybe gets closer to 50, 60,000, maybe it'll look a little bit cooler to her.
Oh, absolutely. And then you just bought a house last time we had talked too, huh?
Yeah, it's one thing to call the top. It's another thing to sell the top. And we might say, oh, I think it's a bottom. And it's like, well, did you put in your fiat? Did you go ahead and use your dry powder? Oh, no, because it might go lower. We might not even say it out loud, but deep down we're thinking. And even if you think it's the top, there's this demon, there's this devil's on your shoulder, and the devil's saying, no, it's going to go higher, idiot. And then you end up not selling, even though 80% of you thinks it is the top. That 20% of you makes you not sell. And so I got lucky. I ended up, I just saw the prices rising. I saw the interest rates rising on the 30-year mortgage. And so I ended up selling the majority of my crypto October, November, December 2021. I just got more lucky than anything. So yeah, I end up putting it towards real estate.
Yeah, I think that was a good transition. I would assume that if you bought houses, so you got locked in a lower interest rate. Plus, I want to assume that you bought a house in a decent area. Maybe it appreciated a little bit, but overall, good move. And what's crazy is going into this cycle, you might be able to do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take profits and buy another property. Is that something you're looking at doing?
Well, this time I'll be playing more of the 2008, 2010 vibes where no, you're not looking at a real estate website. You're not going to I forget the Zillow. You're not going to
Zillow.
Zillow. You're going down to the courthouse. And I think
Mm.
we might end up seeing something more close to like that, where that's where you're really going to have real opportunities.
Absolutely. You're talking about buying like tax liens,
Yeah, yeah, and
foreclosed properties.
then you might be able to speak a little bit more to that. I'll be calling you up, trying to get some tips from you, getting dusting off that old, Kevin playbook. Go ahead, buy when there's blood in the streets. All right, you got it.
The move that I'm hearing a lot about, and shame on me, I wish I knew more about it. I don't know if you ever heard of the Pace Morbley guy. He does the sub-2 mortgages, and that seems to be one of the new hack for real estate. But yeah, look, guys, anybody that just tuning in, man, if you got any questions for Deezy and I, just drop them in the chat. We'll answer live. But so Deezy, I want to do something with you. I did this with Joshua Jake and Blockchain Boy, and I basically, I go to CoinMarketCap and I just scroll through, and you just tell me what, think out loud. Think, what looks good, what you're bullish on, what looks like dog shit, wherever you see opportunity. And what was interesting when Joshua Jake and I did it, we both kind of landed on Matic and Chainlink, and that was literally a week before Chainlink pumped like 50%. And
Yep.
Matic pump and I know you're super bullish on, I believe, both those projects, but I'm gonna share my screen and let's just kind of look at it and just kind of like, give us the 100-foot view, what you're seeing. I mean, I know ETH's pumping pretty, I guess with that spot ETF news coming out on ETH.
Yeah, ETH is pumping off that, and not only that, we got a pretty strong rejection for Bitcoin. It got really, really close to 38,000. Well, we didn't see the same rejection with Ethereum. It kind of got pushed up above 2,000, and then it turned 2,000 into a little bit of support. So, been a little bit more bullish on Ethereum than Bitcoin in the short term. And I might try to pull up a chart. I've been looking at this ETH Bitcoin trading pair, and it will shock you when I show you this trend line. Because in crypto, trend lines don't go really back that far most of the time. At best, you might catch a 2017 trend line with the top. XRP has that trend line where you can see it falling from 2017, 2019, or 2014, 2017. You just see a sharp decline. But there's a trend line in ETH Bitcoin that goes back to 2016. That is almost an unheard of time. So I'll look to share my screen in a little bit. What is you got under settings here? Present.
Yeah, share
Screen.
your screen, and let's check that out.
All right, let me find. Yep, we got it right here. All right, I'm sharing. Maybe no, that's the wrong trading view. Hold on, I'll figure it out in a second.
Easy.
Wrong trading. Hey, I'm a degen, folks. I have more than one trading view. If you don't have more than one trading view, are you really even trading here?
Damn,
all right, so
I'm a noob, man. I only got one, I think.
How dare you? How dare you? All right, ETH Bitcoin. Here we go. Now we got the right one. All right, you can see it now.
Yep.
All right, this trend line right here, you can see this. This is the weekly chart on ETH Bitcoin, and you can see the peak of March 2016. Then it acted as support as we started getting to the more bullish range for Bitcoin, and then ETH was off to the races. That's the Bitcoin blow off top, turns it into support again. You see a little bit of action right there. Then is resistance. You can see resistance, access support, access support. I have a prediction it's going to act as support. If it falls through, boys, it's going to be a bloodbath for ETH. But if we go to the shorter time frames, maybe we go the daily here. You see, look at that bounce, folks. That is a perfect bounce off this 2016 trend line.
And that's from 2016. That last
this line right here, yeah, it's the 2016. And this is the daily chart. So this is it bouncing the 23rd of October. It looks like this is really volatile price action today. I actually got to extend it out a little bit, folks. You can see I have it ending there. So yeah, watch this point, but I'm expecting ETH to bounce essentially So I'm really bullish on ETH in the short term. Can we go back to the, your little coin market cap? So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a
So
buyer of ETH. It's one of the last 2 or 3 coins that I bought actually.
yeah, it seems like East like not really like a sexy pick going into this cycle,
No.
but I think with the regulatory clarity, like there really couldn't, besides Bitcoin, there really probably wouldn't be a safer coin than ETH, and I think it will surprise some people. But what's up, Jason? Man,
ETH
appreciate you
is the
tuning
one.
in.
Yeah, what's going on, Jason? Yeah, ETH is the one you want to give your family at Thanksgiving. Don't give them coin market cap 436. Don't give them the $3 million market cap. Give them something a little bit safer, and so they'll feel a little bit better with ETH. If there's a really bad red candle day, and say it happened 6 months after Thanksgiving, they're probably going to be okay. Versus that meme coin, that altcoin, oh, you might see like an 80% drawdown in 1 month. You don't want them calling you and say, why that $500 I put in there only $130?
Yeah, don't recommend your family meme coins, y'all. It won't make for a good Thanksgiving. Trust me. Now these Cardano's jumping out at me because you just put out a video, the lies about Cardano exposed. Awesome video, by the way. And it just seems that maybe I'm wrong, guys. Maybe I'm in the wrong circles, but it seems like Cardano is one of the coins that's kind of being forgotten about this cycle, slept on. Maybe it would be the right word. And the way my lizard brain works is that when I'm seeing that narrative happen, something's being swept under the rug, forgotten about, that's usually where the opportunity is. So are we thinking Cardano at 35 cents is a good opportunity?
Yeah, in that video, I predict probably 20x for Cardano from these levels. Now, I wouldn't have said that at 39 cents, but we now pulled back to 35, correct?
Yeah, 35 cents. Yep.
35 cents. So 33 cents, 20x, you're looking at a $7, right under a $7. 35 cents, yeah, you're looking right at $7 Cardano. $7 Cardano is going to be a little bit above a 2x, but Cardano's tokenomics is better than a lot of tokens out there. There is an inflated supply. Right now, the inflation rate is, I want to say it's roughly 3.5%. Back then, maybe it was around 5%. So, yeah,
Mhm.
there's going to be some more tokens circulating versus the 2021 high of $3.09. It's not going to be as bad as a lot of these tokens. Some of these tokens, you look, yeah, 10 million tokens at the previous all-time high in 2021. You're like, well, what are the tokenomics now? 180 million tokens. And you're like, whoa, 18x on the supply? Cardano's nowhere near those levels. I don't think it's going to give you 100x or 50x, but I think if you time the top, you can catch a 20x here.
Yeah, and it's where we're seeing it ranked in Coin Market Cap as the 8th highest cryptocurrency. I really feel safe, with my money in Cardano. Chase and X, so don't hook them up with Safe Moon.
Yeah, you're not going to feel safe. You know what though? Watch you end up missing out on like a 3x in 3 months. Avoiding Safe Moon. But yeah, the team, buying a Lambo, probably not a good look there. No, I'm sorry.
Not,
$800,000 Porsche 911 custom.
I remember I was gonna buy a little Safe Moon as like a gamble, and it's the other steps of swapping it, where you had to get the BNB token. I'm like, screw all of this. So my laziness actually is one of my best investing attributes. But Deezy, so I gotta ask you about this. So I don't know if this is coordinated, coincidence, or perhaps there's a bigger picture. But in the past month, we saw Andrew Tate, the top G, come out and just attack NFTs. I
Yeah.
mean, did you watch that? But
Yeah.
also, literally in the same week, Elon Musk is on Joe Rogan and essentially an unprovoked attack on NFTs. Now, let me rewind. Remember what I told y'all. Whenever I see something like that, even if it's from two people I respect their opinions, I look at that as a buy signal or as a bottom indicator or, as there's opportunity. Are you seeing it the same way? Is there any truth to what they're saying though?
Let me share my screen one more
Mhm.
time. I think I saw maybe a little bit of another bottom indicator. Yeah, I would take that as a bottom indicator. I have a lot of tabs, folks, so just bear with me one. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
here
Share
we
share
go.
whatever you
Yuga
want to show
Labs.
us.
Yuga Labs co-founder, $1.5 million NFT spree starts with rare CryptoPunk. I think a lot of people, it's Gordon Goner was the guy. There's 4 founders of Bored Ape. I think a lot of people are going to look at this as a lot of the VC millionaires essentially. They're going to look at this as, hey, you know what? I think I need to go ahead and make my move. He also bought a Beeple. He also bought a Doodles right there.
Mm,
So the man jumped on some good NFTs, and I think we're going to see the same thing here. Let me go ahead and do that.
mhm,
Now, not only that, as crypto goes up, your portfolio goes up.
mhm,
And buying $1,000 PFP sounds like the stupidest thing in the world if you had, say, 10K in a portfolio. But what
mhm.
if your 10K turns into 85K? Well, now you look at a 1K PFP that in your mind you're going to sell for 2K. Well, seems like the smartest thing in the world to do. And a lot of people's mentality is going to switch. It's going to be a slow movement, a slow migration. But at the peak, NFTs are going to seem like the smartest thing in the world.
Oh, there's not. So for one, Andrew Tate actually he didn't sell an NFT. What he did was is he sold a T-shirt and gave away a free NFT. But the T-shirt was like $50, $100. It was a very like overpriced T-shirt, but you got the collectible NFT. And so it's like you're bashing this technology. It's kind of like Peter Schiff bashing Bitcoin and then selling a Bitcoin ordinals. Like it
Yeah.
just this logic doesn't make sense to me. I would say a prediction would be that Elon will have, I believe Reddit was really successful with their NFT avatars. So I would assume that Twitter X will probably do something similar. But I don't know. I mean, maybe these guys are trying to get the price of Bored Ape Yacht Club down so that they can jump in at the bottom. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people even in the office regretting not buying mutants at the bottom recently. I
Man,
think,
dude,
yeah,
what was the bottom? Because I remember
it
they
was
originally
around.
dropped at 3 Ethereum when they came out.
Yeah, yeah, they're around there. I ended up buying mine in 2021, 3.99, I think. I obviously should have sold at 40. Obviously, I should have sold.
Rip.
Yeah, I didn't, but the recent dip I think went to around 4 or 5.
Dang, and it's not. What is it at now? I should have
I
jumped.
think
I
it's
didn't know
around
that.
6. Honestly, I don't even watch the NFT price movements too much anymore. My monkeys, my ape, my mutant ape's a long-term hold for me. It's given me so many airdrops, so much free tokens. It's more than paid off itself.
Oh yeah, man. I bought some land. Jason Owen, my boy, said, "What's up, Jason? Hey, Deezy and Kev. Deezy, I hope the Cardano Croc hoodie is keeping you
That
warm."
white and green hoodie is in my car right now.
Cardano, I don't think that's one, man. I got so many Cardano NFTs, and it's like, I guess the way I see the cycles going, not just with Cardano, with all NFTs across all the spectrums, is that when we get to this top, whenever it is, I'm not going to talk time frame, but when we get to that top, that so people don't want to be involved in a taxable event, they will then transfer their ETH or Cardano, whatever, their ADA into NFTs as a way to protect against taxes. Do you see that happening?
Art is famously one of the ways people launder money. NFTs is the marriage of crypto, which is also another way people famously launder money, and art. So, yeah, it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, so that's kind of, man, I look at my NFT portfolio and I'm just really happy about it. There's obviously some stuff I want to add, but I think that a lot of these projects, and props to you and Justin, y'all were kind of the two that really opened my eyes to Cardano NFTs.
Yeah, I'll tell you where I made a mistake. I did a little DCAing over the past 12 months. I should have done more, man. I definitely should have done more, but I never really DCA'd fiat into NFTs. I never went and looked at Cardano when Cardano was, say, 24 cents, and then really looked for, all right, what's a blue chip project? What can I buy for $100? What can I buy for $500? Instead of buying, oh, yeah, let me buy a little more ETH or Bitcoin and sit on it and, never get rich because it's boring. Yeah, I should have got some speculative Cardano NFTs. That's definitely a regret there.
So, it's funny, one person, and, I think a lot of what's up, Alexandra? How you doing? Appreciate you comment. Y'all, if y'all got any questions for DZ and I, just drop them in the chat. We'll answer live. Speaking of Cardano, a good friend, Alex Becker, he seems to be very, very vocally.
I got thoughts on that guy. I respect him immensely though.
Well, no, yeah, he's funny, great videos, and it's funny. I made a video where I showed that like he was actually has videos where he was like Cardano's gonna 10x, 20x. You just got to go back a little bit on these people, but I think with Peter Schiff, this anti-Bitcoin narrative. Yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't believe it, but I think he's kind of made a persona out of it. Which look at his engagement on Twitter. Super smart guy. Same with Becker. That the Cardano, that engagement he's getting off of that. And he could just flip flop at any time and just like, you idiots, I was buying it the whole time, but
yeah. Here's my one thought on Alex Becker. Yeah, it's I agree with you. It's an engagement hack to say, yeah, Cardano bozos don't have a girl and they're all lame. Ha 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 ha. Here's my thoughts on Alex Becker. Alex Becker pushes himself to the extremes of human physicality. Would you agree with that? You ever
Yeah, I
follow
mean,
his
it's
content? He's waking up at 4 a.m. He's injecting himself 38 different times. He's taking 72 pills.
blue
He's got
lights,
UV blue lights with sunglasses and cold plunges, and then followed by a sauna back into the cold, and then he's doing an elbow drop into a snowbank. That pushes you to the edge of human existence where you can really only relate with like 1 out of 10,000 people. So then you're almost like a lizard, like in the grocery store, just like, huh, look at all these people not having 90% meat in their shopping cart. Peons. And then like I feel like you can't even be with humans anymore. I don't even know if it's a good existence. You're pushing your body to the extremes, but is it fun? Are you enjoying life? Just how does it feel to be at this pinnacle? Is it lonely at the top? I don't know. Just some thoughts there.
So, he actually puts out a lot of good, motivational type content, mindset type content that I agree with. But yeah, as far as like, I don't know the science behind like a lot of the blue light therapy and, some of the other stuff he's pushing. And I don't know how much of it is for show, but Chasen said, fun fact, Alex is an Ada whale. I mean, look, if this is a show, if this is for content, this is for engagement, to come out with that video, like, when Cardano pumps and he comes out and admits that or something, dude, that
Yeah,
video would
I
get a
bought it
million views.
25 cents, started staking, blah, 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 and I sold it on you. He puts the
Yeah.
video out a week after he sold.
Yep. Now, one thing I will give Becker credit for it, and not just Becker, Elio Trades talks about a lot about this crypto gaming bull run. And get these, I don't know about you, are you a gamer?
Yeah, I've recently been playing Magic the Gathering again, MTG Arena, with the
I don't really
nerds.
consider that video
I
games,
haven't.
but I
I
mean,
have. My fiance has been gaming lately. She just beat Stray in like one day.
uh-huh.
So shout out to Kat. And I think I might get into some Red Dead. We just bought Red Dead Redemption 2. Apparently, best game ever, something like that. So looking
New
forward to
Grand Theft
dusting off
Auto
it.
is about to come out too. I think they said something
Yeah,
about
the
crypto.
trailers next month. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think there'll be a crypto element though. Maybe
Yeah,
7, or
I
maybe
don't.
like online 7 years from now as an update. That'd probably
I
be how it play out.
I've heard rumors about that, but just like with the whole, the idea that people could make money in it or gamble in game with crypto, I know they've teased that. You've heard those rumors, but so you don't think there's any at launch? You don't think that'll happen?
I don't think it happens at launch because they're going to hurt their bottom line. And at the end of the day, they're there to make money. They're not there
Mm.
to democratize the marketplace for selling a Lamborghini in the video game. They make, say they have a rocket launcher that you could buy at the store. They make
Mhm.
100% of the revenue there. Why would they then change that to 3% of the revenue of all trades, but you get
Mhm.
97%? Why would they do that? They wouldn't. It's going to
Yeah.
be like game number 7, 17, 47. It'll be a smaller game studio that implements Web3. And then when it's like they can't help but do it, that's when they will do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think as a concept, these play to earn type of games, most of them probably suck, but like I think eventually one will, be like the next it game. Like think, like World of Warcraft. Like me, man, I don't really game much. I used to, but man, it really is just a waste of time a lot of times. And it's like,
Yeah.
we're at such a pivotal moment right now, man, where like, I feel something, man, between the halving coming up, the Bitcoin spot ETF, it's almost like you got to stay locked in and engaged, or you're going to miss that 50x coin. You're going to miss that, 100x NFT project. You're going to miss that
Yeah.
free token airdrop.
I'm about to put out a video. I got 3 tips to master the bull run. And tip number 2, I'm give Kevin's audience a sneak peek here. It's go all in. And part of that is like you end up seeing what the next narrative is. You
Mhm,
get it, but then go all in within your bandwidth. If
mhm.
you're on disability, or say you're younger, you're living at your parents' house, or maybe you're just retired early, you're gonna have more time, and you should have a bigger portfolio as far as amount of coins versus a doctor that works 80 hours a week. It's not even comparable the amount of time that each can devote to their crypto journey. So use
Mhm.
your time wisely, and go all in now. Now is the time to pay attention.
Yeah, when you say the whole go all in, I think there's obviously, for a lot of people that are living paycheck to paycheck, or a lot of people that are struggling to get by, most people don't have a lot of financial literacy or financial education, because it wasn't taught in the school system. So this idea of going all in, it's like, well, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
You'll go broke. Well, you've been broke. So you know what I'm saying? You're back where you started.
yeah,
But
yeah. And I would also double down on, don't be afraid to spend a little money on your financial freedom. Like if you want to take a course and it costs $100, well, maybe it's okay. If you want to, maybe go to some sort of conference, maybe you do want to go to that crypto conference for the first time, or that NFT conference, or just some sort of Web3 conference, or just maybe even like a business expo. Well, go ahead and justify that purchase for yourself, because that money that you spend pinching pennies might be better off making nickels.
Yeah, it's a good point, man. Cause I remember, I've been to a couple crypto conferences and it's always one, the people you network with there, you make some really good connections. It really just uplifts you. But as far as buying courses, I know there's a lot of scams online,
Yeah,
buy this course,
yeah.
buy this course. But guys, I've bought courses off of YouTube channels, not crypto related, for other businesses because I like their free content so much. I couldn't get enough of it. So I bought the course and, had a lot of success in businesses because y'all, most people, don't take those steps, to gain knowledge. And
Yeah.
especially
And
if
for
it's in a
me,
field
it's
that can make you money.
Yeah, for me, it's not even courses. More so, for me, it's more subscription services. I just showed you Trading View. I pay the
Mhm.
the $10, whatever it is, to have like the premium one. I pay $20 a month for Chat GPT. I use it a lot for the extended access one. It allows me to level up my work. So yeah, it could just be that thing for $10 a month. Go ahead, splurge a little if you think it could really. That $10 might make you $1,000 in the future.
It's a good point. I mean, you investing in yourself. I put a lot of money in it. Like, even what we're watching this on StreamYard, but I mean, this just helps make the run the show so much easier. And we can stream this on Rumble, on Twitter. So it's just any kind of way you can invest in yourself. I feel like you're going to get the best return investing in yourself, opposed to we spend so much money enriching other companies, enriching other people's brands, other businesses. When you can really invest in your personal brand. But Easy, I want to show you this tweet. We were talking about Peter Schiff earlier, and he tweeted this. And yo, look, again, this isn't a knock on Peter Schiff. I think Peter's a really smart guy, a brilliant economist. I listened to a lot of his stuff, but he said Bitcoin is approaching 38K as speculators continue to front run a new Bitcoin ETF. However, once that ETF is launched, all the speculators will have already bought. So when those buyers sell to take profits, there won't be many left to buy the ETF. Get ready for a crash.
No, because price action begets more price buying, and people. There's going to be retirement accounts. There's going to be state coffers. There's going to be hedge funds. There's going to be family offices that are much, much smaller than BlackRock. Sure, yeah, BlackRock isn't buying. When you think people are going to be. Oh yeah, now's when it starts. No, BlackRock already bought it. But there's going to be a family office that or maybe a group of dentists that are going to be like, why don't we have Bitcoin? It's Hertz going to go to $200,000. We're like, well, should we buy it at 70K? You're darn right we should buy it at 70K. That there are going to be those people. So there will be new buyers. There'll be new buyers at 40. There'll be new buyers at 50. I don't
So
know how
you're
many buyers will be
saying
at 90, 100, but there will be new buyers.
So you're saying that it'll be a reversal, that the degens, you all watching this, that Wall Street will essentially be our exit liquidity?
Not so much Wall Street, dumb money Wall Street. Not BlackRock. Think a family office. Think of someone. All right, so BlackRock has $11 trillion. There's
Mhm.
entities with $11 million. All right, there's a
Mhm.
lot more of them than there are BlackRocks. So it's
Of
sure
course.
Wall Street money, but think of it as the dumb money in Wall Street.
Yeah. Chase and X, what subscription do you use for your snappy comebacks? Dude, you're an awesome host, man. Running a live show, it can be hard. It's stressful, but I mean, yeah, dude, are you taking any performance enhancing supplements? I mean, what
That guy talks to me. He talks to me all the
oh,
time.
come on, bro.
The one on my
uh,
shoulder, not Satan, Jesus. I
don't
didn't mean
don't
no,
let
people
them
are gonna
in.
like, oh, he's an Illuminati. No, I don't know.
Are
I
you
don't
an
cotton
Illuminati,
that.
DZ, for
I
real? Now,
don't
you
cotton
you
that
been-
at
you
all.
you hang out on any islands or anything, man?
I haven't been on the island. I won't go to the island. Okay. I'd firebomb the island. No, wasn't
All
there.
right, better not see DZ on that guest list.
I heard the flight log got leaked like today, actually.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man. Hey,
yeah. I
you,
don't
you
know.
know, you know, if I want to know, I guess I'll just tune in to Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers because it seems like they're always keeping us updated on that.
Uh,
Jason said, "Do you guys think the bull will peak around November/December 2025?"
I think it'll be around there, September, October, maybe November, December. Could get like a little second blow off top there, or not blow off top, a little double peak.
Yeah, Jason, I took some profits, not this pump that happened today, but that last big Bitcoin pump, I took a bunch of profits. I still got a lot of my altcoin bags, but I went and bought an e-bike, Deezy. You ever rode an e-bike, dude?
Dude, I saw the e-bikes on sale at Costco. They went from like 13 to 1,000. I'm so mad I didn't buy 2 of them, man. Like I should have splurged on that, man. Is it fun?
Man, bro, I got one from Best Buy. Yeah, it's I had a buddy, he's in all that. He's been pushing me to get into it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go try this outside thing for a little bit, man. It was pretty cool, man.
I highly recommend 10 minutes of sunlight every single day to everybody.
Yeah, yeah. I think the recommended is 10 to like 20 minutes, get
Yeah,
that
yeah, there's a
vitamin D.
it's the key, it's a key to happiness. There's several keys, but like it's literally like, "Oh man, I wish there was some key to happiness." There's a bunch. And when you think of key, you just got to think of the motion here. All right. So, what is happiness? Kevin, how would you define happiness on a physiological scale?
I guess technically I would define it as like a state of mind. You know what
The
I'm
state of
saying?
mind. Great, great. All right. So state of mind brought on by just chemicals being pumped. And I'm not trying to sound like a robot here, but we have oxytocin, we have
Yeah.
serotonin, we have dopamine.
Yeah.
Largely they do a lot of the regulation. I know I'm oversimplifying it, but sunlight turns the knob on, I think that one's dopamine. I think it's dopamine.
Mhm.
Petting your dog or just hugging a coworker or a loved one, that turns on oxytocin. So just think of yeah, you got to get that 10 minutes, man. The 10 minutes turns all 3 knobs. And
Yeah,
you want those
sunlight.
chemicals being like your brain sloshing around in juices. Why not make it a pool of happiness, happy juices versus like cortisol and adrenaline and all this
Mhm.
stress?
Yeah, sunlight is vitamin D, and having high levels of vitamin D is directly correlated with lesser levels of depression. But it's a little more complicated than that because you need like certain levels of like magnesium in order for
Oh
your
yeah.
body to even accept
That's
the
another
vitamin D.
knob. That's
Yeah,
another knob. There's a lot of these knobs. You learn how to turn 20 of those knobs, you'll be like, "Oh, I'm
yeah.
deliriously happy. Why didn't I feel like this my entire life?"
I listen to a lot of these. I don't know if you ever said that Dr. Huberman guy. He just, man, simplifies a
A little bit.
lot of shit.
Andrew Huberman, I believe,
Andrew
right?
Huberman. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard him once or twice on a podcast.
Oh man, he's a beast. So Chasen said, gonna get my Heelys with my what's a Heely? Is that like the
That's
little
with the wheel on the back. That's how he's gonna skate into the bull market.
yeah, man. I see with stuff like that, like my boy, he's got one of them hoverboards. You ever see those? Like it's like a one wheel.
No, but do you remember Back to the Future 2? We thought for
Yeah.
certain we'd be there by now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure we'd have hoverboards. I remember there's a rumor that Toys R Us headquarters had a prototype hoverboard that
What?
it was just too expensive to sell to public. Being a little kid, I believed it.
I think that it sucks when it comes to like cool technology. I think that we're kind of like I saw like a meme where it's like we're too young to go to Mars and all kind of cool technology and hoverboards and stuff like that. So we're just kind of stuck in this middle where like, that'll be when we're all dead and stuff, they'll have all the cool technology and intergalactic travel and
Well,
stuff.
what's going to be interesting is the before. All right, so like every sci-fi. Now, this was totally off the rails from crypto, but every sci-fi movie, you either see it's like really close to today, Minority
Mhm,
Report, 10 years, 20 years. It's Black Mirror is a good example. It's all
mhm,
like this real close, or it's Star Wars level, which is like 1,000 years in the future.
mhm.
What's interesting is going to be we get a new Wild West, we get a new frontier, we get one last frontier, and that's space exploration. What's going to be interesting is the first generations of people born in space aren't going to be able to live on Earth. If you're born in space and at a certain point, your bones will elongate where your spine cannot handle Earth gravity. And so we're going to have a huge class, not specious planet. I don't know how do you say it. It's going to like not classist, not racist, not ageist. It's going to be over planets. And so you're going
Mhm.
to have moon people. Sounds crazy saying it, but you're going to have moon people at 20% gravity. You're going to have Mars people at about 40% gravity. Then you're going to have people in space at 0% gravity. And Mars and moon will be able to shift. So if you're born on the moon, you can move to the Mars, but you won't be able to go to Earth. You probably won't want to be floating in space. So we're going to have these 3 groups of humans. If humanity is played out and if history rhymes or repeats or even is even any remotely similar, we're all going to hate each other. We're probably all going to fight.
That's a guarantee. I think I can,
And
one thing,
and
whether it's religion, science, politics, right, left, like somebody
yeah,
is going to hate someone else, and that will be to the end of time. Now, so what do you
we're
think
doomed,
about
by the
Mars?
way. We're doomed. We're doomed. Mars is doomed. We're gonna have, if it ever escalates, they'll sling asteroids at us. They'll divert like Saturn,
Mm,
rocks, debris, and they'll just divert it. And they'll do the math, they'll do the trigonometry, and we'll just get peppered with,
damn, I
you
should have paid
see,
attention
or
in trigonometry.
with planet ending meteors.
Yeah. So, like, I
So
wonder, how does it work?
that's a bad future. But what was your question? Sorry.
So, like, let's say Elon wants to colonize Mars, and
Oh,
say, like,
Mars. Yeah.
say you're on the ship, and you're like, all right, fuck it, I'll
I'm on
go.
the ship. I'm
Yeah.
heading to Mars. I'm on the first team. First team.
Yeah, you go,
Okay.
and for some kind of way you were able to get a gun on board, let's say, and you
Oh
get to
God.
Mars, and
Okay.
then
I
you
have a
just
gun.
say,
Yes.
"This is mine." How does it work? Like, is it your planet now? Like, you can change the name, it's yours. You're there.
Well,
You
I will
colonized.
be no, I'll be held hostage by the life support system, so the people bringing me my supplies. So they'll say, well, one, they'll speak to the other 19 members. If you guys don't overthrow them, you're going to die because you're not going to get water or food or phosphorus or what, helium gas, whatever we need. You know what I mean? Like, I know we'll have water, but we'll need something, right? Seeds. I don't know what we'll need. Or they'll just tell me directly, well, you give up control. You go ahead and give that gun to the next guy, or you starve to death. So you want to die or you want to live? Oh, we're all going down. We're all going down.
It's easy.
That's
Just
what
cut
that
a
version of me
deal.
would say.
Just
Yeah, I would
cut a
cut a
deal
deal.
with it.
I
Just say,
wouldn't
look.
hold everyone hostage. I wouldn't make a Deezy-topia. Although I'd rule with a benevolent yet iron fist.
Mhm. There'd be no inflation, right? Oh, right.
We would use Bitcoin. We'd use Bitcoin. I don't
All right.
think we'd be able to mine it because let's see, Starlink's in low orbit, it has very low latency, and high orbit is like you can't even game with it. That's like seconds latency. So by the time we get to Mars, I mean, there's going to be periods where we're semi-close, but there's going to be periods where we're on the opposite side of the solar galaxy.
Oh, so
So
if
yeah, it wouldn't work.
If you sent the Bitcoin from Earth to Mars, by the time it got there, the price would have changed.
Wow, yeah, it'd have to have its own lightning network, right? It'd have to like have its way to have transactions finalized, but those wouldn't finalize on the God, but we'd have to fork it.
Or
We'd have to
you
fork
gotta,
it.
Deezy,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
that's
figure
that's
all this out.
everything in the expanse, but there's a lot of futurists have talked about it a lot.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
figure all this out
Expanse
before you
got
take
that
over
from
a
other
planet.
futurists. Yeah, no, it's a very valid theory. It's a very valid theory that's what's going to happen.
Did you watch Lewis X? Did you watch or read the Expanse
Yeah,
series?
the planet endings and like the racism or whatever you want to call it in the
Mhm,
future. Like, yeah, that's a well thought out scenario. Expanse is a great series, by the way. They got two authors. They do a lot of research.
mhm. Sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, it's on Sci-Fi Channel. So if anyone wants to watch it, it's pretty decent. $1,000 into 3 coins, not Bitcoin, ETH, ADA. Thoughts?
Oh, you go first, Deezy, and I'm looking at. Look, I'm a pull coin market cap to in case something pops out.
Honestly, I'm going Degen mode, right? So you don't want safe, right? Put a third in Doge. I think
I
Doge at these
know.
prices is a slam dunk.
I know Chasen personally, and he might he might want a little safe ride. So you're saying all Doge?
And then no, a third, and then a
Okay,
third chain link. Okay, I
ooh,
like Chainlink. I think
so
even Chainlink
I
inflated
like.
at
So you got a
15 bucks.
little risky, a little safe.
And Chainlink you'll be able to stake pretty soon.
Okay.
So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be fun little DeFi experiment for you. Get that going. Keep scrolling. Let's get more degen. All right. I do like Filecoin. I like Filecoin. What's that, number 30? Yeah, I think Filecoin is good business model. Like it can actually operate as a profit generating business similar to Chainlink. Whereas there's a lot of coins, it just really doesn't make sense.
Well, ICP,
I like
Blockchain Boy was
ICP. I
on.
don't
Yeah,
have any ICP. I need to get some though. If you kind of learn about their story, they really got shafted by FTX.
yeah, Blockchain Boy and we were talking about that. But look, Deezy, I'm not a TA guy, but when I look at this chart, and I believe Blockchain Boy said it went higher than 428. I mean, look at this chart. This coin
Yeah.
was what, almost 1,000 at one time. It's at $4.
Yeah, hit the
And
1 year just so we can feel a little bit more normal. Okay. It's still that looks like a pretty decent area to buy. It looks like we're maybe setting in higher lows.
yeah. Now, all right, so $1,000 and I can't buy Bitcoin, ETH, and ADA. I'm going. I'm gonna go with DJ since he did a DGen pick. I'm gonna do a DGen pick. I'm going Pepe. I have no idea where Pepe is on
Love it.
here.
Pepe's around. It had a pump today. It could be around 90 to 100. It's like 90 to. Whoa, where's it at? What rank is that?
Was that 90?
Is that 90? Oh, I thought it said it on there.
Where'd it go?
Oh,
77.
77. Wow, yeah, pumped way more than I thought. Okay, 18% for the week, and look at it's 3%.
I think that's the Doge of this cycle. That's kind of been
Dude,
my
you might be right, man.
yeah. And it's
Think
just
you
a
might
cool
be
meme,
right.
man.
Dang.
This meme culture is just taking over, dude. So
Now,
wait,
now
so
here's the problem. Here's the problem,
Mhm.
though. You can't buy it on Robinhood, and you need that normie friendly
Yet.
avenue to buy it or to have that Doge pump. Because right now it's actually pretty hard to buy.
Yeah, it
Let's
is.
see. I mean, you can get on Uniswap, but that's hard for
You can't
normies.
buy it on Robinhood yet. You know how quick that can change. I mean, Doge wasn't on there at first, so just so Jason said Doge with Elon and X behind will pop for sure. I think that's any day now. And then Elon had an interesting quote the other day where he was talking about, making X into like the payment app. And he was talking about all of the stuff you could do. And then like at the end of the sentence, and he said, in other things, like other financial things, which there's no way in the world he doesn't integrate crypto into this thing. I
Yeah, definitely
mean,
going to integrate crypto. I think it's going to have everything, like even home mortgages, loans,
yeah,
student loans. I think it's going to be, he wants it to be
yeah.
the everything financial app. He can make it the everything financial app. He tends to
Oh,
succeed in his companies when he tries the
yeah.
impossible.
Well, of course, and then when you look at his experience with PayPal, so he understands what's going on. But I think Jason's right. I think Doge will kind of be Doge is going to be I could guarantee one thing: maybe don't roll out all the crypto at first, but Bitcoin, ETH, and Doge will be the first three rolled out. Jason said, you guys like VeChain. They've been pushing their NFTs pretty hard. I didn't even know VeChain had NFTs. I know, aren't they a
Yeah.
UFC sponsor or something now too?
Yeah, no, they might be good because they're spending their money wisely for marketing, and that's honestly that can get you pretty far. But I'm not the biggest fan of like the utility. They started as a blockchain logistics coin,
Mhm,
and then it's like, but we got PFP NFTs, and
mhm.
is that what Best Buy needs when they're trying to move washing machines? Yeah, I don't know.
So I think with VeChain, I could be wrong, y'all. I mean, I've been wrong before, but I think there's just faster horses,
Yeah.
for my money. And I'm trying a little different strategy. I'm trying to just consolidate my portfolio down into faster horses this cycle. Lewis asks, what would it take for crypto to get mainstream adoption? I'm talking boomers using it to buy depends, something like Amazon, Google, creating a coin to use on their platforms. What you think, Deezy?
That's going to be USDC rollout. If we get some sort of like low yield that really competes with bank accounts, and so I think
Mhm,
it'd be like through Visa. It'll probably be via phone. You won't even notice that it's happening. You're just like,
mhm.
bing, I paid for my Depends. Don't clip that, please. Oops, they wiped my butt. Sorry, that was me quoting Joe Biden. No, he says my butt's been wiped. Look that up. Biden literally said that. Yeah, I think it'll be a really cool app. Maybe it's Visa.
Mhm,
Maybe it's X. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it's just your local bank rolling something out like this. But I think USDC, a USDT, DAI, something that doesn't exist today. I think it's going to have this like relatively low yield, 2%, 4%. But people are going to look at their checking account or their savings account. And it's going to be like, wait a minute, it's 0.0 something. Well, why don't I put it in the thing that's like 2%, 4%? I have 10K in there. I think we get a lot of boomers who, hey, they're going to value making $400 off $10,000. They're going to value their grandson having $1,000 in a savings account who's 8 years
mhm,
old who gains $25 because of 2.5
mhm.
APY. So I think it would be just a really good finance app that just has like a low yield for a stable coin.
Yeah, and stuff like that can happen overnight. The new iteration of phones come out with the crypto wallets already integrated into them. And then
Yep.
just think about this. Let me give you all the business model. You've all been to Chuck E. Cheese before, right? Everybody's been to Chuck E. Cheese. What happens at Chuck E. Cheese? You put money in a machine and they give you tokens. Those tokens are then only used at Chuck E. Cheese. So now imagine Amazon utilized a similar strategy with some type of Amazon token. And then that token, imagine the utility that that token could programmably give you, whether it be free Amazon Prime, discounts on certain, items, or the ability to, Deezy, I want to send you a gift card for your birthday. I can just automatically send you that, because the idea is that this technology allows people to keep you in their ecosystem. So I
Imagine
don't know.
using a sliver of a coin to skip a commercial break.
Ooh, I
Press
never
the button
thought of
on your
that.
remote control,
I never,
and it
you
just
know,
deducts point 0.1 Amazon
well,
buck.
that's going back to the whole gaming industry. They've kind of revolutionized this. I think in a way it's kind of ruined online video games, this microtransaction, culture. And you see how profitable that could be. So yeah, so the ability to skip an ad on a YouTube video or something. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Let me see.
I got a good one for this.
My boy David said top bull market categories aside from AI and gaming, to look in gaming, to look into not wide known. I guess he said what sectors is going to be the
Yeah, I
most.
tell you something I'm really excited about. Alternative L1 DeFi. And for me, I'm just kind of going all in on. I got a little Solana here and there, but I'm
Mhm,
kind of all in on Cardano. I think Cardano DeFi. I'm staking on MinSwap. I'll probably start looking at some other exchanges. I'm sorry, other protocols on Cardano to start staking, maybe earn some coins. I'm staking 4 or 5
mhm.
coins right now, and I see that being a really big player. Solana DeFi, I think, is going to perform. Avalanche DeFi. I think the lower you go, the more time you need on your hands and the more research you're going to need to do.
Yeah, so I'll give you one day. And look, I don't know, man. I got a little money in this, not much. I bet I put a little money in some of these gambling. So it's like horse racing. One is D race. Hey guys, it might be shit, but D race is, horse racing's obviously huge. I'm not that into it, but I see the practicality of having horse racing on the blockchain and the ability to gamble on it, worldwide. So I see, anything, and you've seen all these sports apps, how big they get. Well, wait till they integrate this into it, so that's coming. So but yeah, but Dave, like you're saying, AI and gaming, man, I think you can't go wrong if you pick the right horses there.
Mhm, mhm.
I
I would
mean,
agree. Those are real strong as well.
yeah, you could pick the wrong horses and still make money. I mean, we see when these AI's tokens pump, everything pumps with them.
Yeah, and if I had to say one more category, let's see, because DeFi is a little boring, and maybe it won't have like that good mainstream pop. AI, I like gaming. I like. You know what? There's always everything is going to pump. Old coins will pump. Bitcoin forks will pump. Scam tokens will pump. And when I say scam, I'm thinking like an ETH class, like dead fork, like ETH classic will pump. We're going to see all types of pumps across everything. It's really just going to be more about timing. It's and timing the entry and timing the exit. You got to know when to get out of the pump.
Yeah, because I think that what we're going to see going in, I think what you said right, that this cycle is going to be very, very similar to previous cycles, but there will be a segment of influencers, or maybe even the media this time, saying, no, 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 this time's different, DZ. This is a super cycle. No, don't sell your Pepe. No, don't sell your Pepe. Don't sell your Doge. Don't sell these tokens. Hodl them, because this is a super cycle and it's going to keep going up forever, but it's not. And after this happening, I think we'll go into a colossal bear market that will be that will coincide with the S&P going into an historic dump, that'll lead us into, I guess it's going to really depend on who's the president. I think that's going to
Did you see any of the debate last night?
No, I did not, man. What did I miss? I seen some highlights. Vivek was going off, huh?
Yeah, the 3-inch heel quote, I think, kind of really took the night. So I'm gonna say that was the big takeaway of the day. Most people are going to be thinking of that, and then for the next week or so.
Well, he was making fun of DeSantis.
Well, he said we don't need Dick Cheney and 3-inch heels, and we have two of them on stage right now, referring to Nikki Haley, the bloodthirsty neocon, and also referring to Ron DeSantis with the rumors. We don't know, rumors that he wears lifts in his boots.
He was on Ron the Sanctimonious was on Patrick David, and he asked him about that. I don't know, man. I mean, it's funny and stuff, but it's like we got so much other stuff going on right now. It's like this, if he's wearing heels, that's kind of weird. I'm with you, but I don't know, man. I just
At the end of the day, it's just one of those things that's weird that, people are going to vote on it more than they should compared to like, well, what are their thoughts on, America's involvement in foreign wars, or what do we think
Mhm.
about inflation? They're going to think about weird things like, remember the Trump handshake where he jerked the arm? They're going to think about like the weird, odd things for
Mhm.
just, it's human nature. It's just
Well,
human
even
nature.
Obama, didn't they get on Obama for like a suede suit or something, a
Yeah,
tan
you know what?
suit or
I think
something?
there's more fake outrage about the tan suit than there was outrage about the
Oh,
tan suit. I'll tell you where he did get a little bit of flack though, smoking Newports. You look like
oh,
you smoked Newports back in the day, Kev. Don't lie. You smoked Newports,
no,
right? You did it
no,
living in New
no.
Orleans, really?
I
Okay, I would
might
have guessed
in my
wrong.
life, I may have smoked maybe one cigarette. I think my parents
I
smoked growing up,
I
and I
smoked maybe
like
one pack over like a month in ninth grade. And then like I remember having to ask for cigarettes from like an 18-year-old. I was like, this is freaking lame.
it. If you ever want your kids to not smoke, you have to smoke like around them because it'll make them never want to touch a cigarette. So like my
Yeah.
parents smoked a lot, and then I
Don't
hated it.
don't this is a throwback here. Don't do what Hank Hill did to Bobby Hill, where you make him smoke a whole pack. Then he ends up getting addicted and he's like stealing cigarettes, like smoking as a seventh grader.
Damn it, Bobby.
Name it, Bobby.
Jason said super cycle talk will be what bites everyone in the butt. Chasing that 100K hurt a lot of people last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. FOMO. FOMO. I would just
Mhm.
chalk that up to FOMO. Yeah, we'll get the FOMO because oh no, I should buy it $68,000 because it will go to 100. I have a fear of missing out. Yeah, we'll see
Mhm.
it this time. It'll be a lot of 250, and the Moon Boys will say 1,000,000.
I call it when you're getting those text, and it's funny. I get the same kind of text on whenever it's super green. Hey man, should we be buying right now, bro? What you buying? I'm like, well, I'm buying every week. Why are you only texting me when it's up, 6%? Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be buying when it's red. And they what are you talking about? But yeah, when your high school friends and stuff, or your aunt or something, your cousins start hitting you up in X, and it might be time to sell.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's like a Jeff Foxworthy clip or something.
But so Deezy, man. So where can my audience find you, man? I mean,
Yeah,
you're
you
real
find us
active
at
on X.
yeah, we're Discover Crypto. So we're putting out a whole lot of content, really stepping it up lately. And you follow me at Twitter,
Mhm.
DZ_BTC, DEEZY, spelling right there. So yeah, come follow my content. And guys, you gotta watch that Cardano video. We're doing another video similar style on Chainlink. What
Ooh.
it is, what it was, and where it's going.
Yeah, y'all check out that Cardano video you did. It was real good because I am one. I've kind of been sleeping on Cardano. We got another question just came in, y'all. We got a couple more minutes with
I
DZ,
didn't miss the
y'all.
boat. Missed the boat.
Did you ever get in on Casper? Another one with me. It's like all these super pump
Freaking
coins, guys.
pissed.
Y'all are my like alpha, so like when DZ comes in here or me and him talk, I don't have too many people like giving me like I need those people in my circle, DZ. That's like, hey man, go buy this coin, and it
And
shoots up.
I had the people. I was greedy waiting for the pullback. I had the stupid target of 3.9, and I probably would have pulled the trigger at 4.2. And I saw it in the 4.6, 4.5, and I didn't buy any. I was like, nope, too close to a
Mm,
nickel. Too close.
mm.
Not gonna buy it. I'm easy and I'm smart.
David wants to how many chain link you own entities? I know
Almost,
you.
almost five. Almost have five.
Whoo, man,
I know.
man.
I'll be a millionaire one day.
Well, yo, we got like 7 more minutes. So, any other questions you got? But DZ, what about you, man? What's on your mind, bro? Anything my audience needs to know about you,
Well,
about
yeah,
what you're
man, we made
building?
some new additions at Discover Crypto. We got this guy Joshua Jake. He can actually maybe roll into frame real quick. He can't hear us. I don't
Dude,
want to. You know what? Yeah.
Is that my boy Kevin?
what up, Josh?
What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Oh, you got the
Man,
clouds.
congrats. I heard the news, man. Congrats. There's really nobody better, to do what you're going to be doing. So, man, congrats on that, bro. But
Yeah, I
I was
appreciate it, man.
telling DZ about Chainlink, that Chainlink pump when you came on. So Chainlink and Matic can pump 50-something%, man. That was awesome. But well,
Dude,
DZ,
market's moving. Everybody's happy. Everything's on the come up, and we're just kicking butt here, man. But I'll see you
everybody's in a
soon.
better mood when crypto's green, bro. Everybody's in a better mood,
It's
man.
the lighting. That's why it's red
Yeah.
on red days.
Hey, congrats again, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, we make some exciting additions here. We got another person sitting here. You know, we might jump in on the writing team here. If you want to just pop in your head real quick, we got a chat member, Catch the Mall.
What up, bro?
Any
What up?
Discover Crypto people will recognize that name. So yeah, man, we just been growing and just getting ready for this bull run. And like I said in the beginning, I'm getting that taste. I'm getting a taste of what it's going to experience. And for a lot of people, this is your first bull run, man. So buckle up.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much hopium, y'all. I always try to keep, hey, nobody ever went broke taking.
Yeah, I think we get a pullback. So yeah, we're gonna all feel bearish in 2 months, and we're gonna say, "Oh my god, is it going down forever?"
It does feel kind of good right now, so I don't want to necessarily say we're in a bull trap. I do see a pullback, but like I said, you got to have dry powder on the sideline, and we'll keep doing videos like this. Maybe we'll get DZ back on, and the world of crypto, it changes so quick, y'all. The news cycles change. I mean, this crypto news, if you're out of this for 2 days, then it's like you started over again,
Yep, for sure. Well, Kevin, I got this from Mr. Beast. You told everyone we're going to end the stream in 7 minutes, like 5 minutes ago. Now they're dropping like flies. The views have dropped, so we should probably go ahead and wrap it up. I'm feeling bullish, though. I'll probably feel bearish in 2 months. I do have a prediction. We're going to have one more pullback before April 2024. That's around the date of the halving. I'm expecting around 33%. I don't know where we'll be at, but I'm expecting at 33%.
Absolutely, man. Y'all give my boy Deezy a follow. Check him out on Around the Blockchain, Discover Crypto. And y'all, maybe we'll check back with him in a few months and we'll do another episode. Anyway, y'all, we are out. Have a good night. We are out. Peace.